Good morning to you. Today is Tuesday, the 4th of February. How we're already into the second month of this year, I do not know. Feels like it's, for me, really gone very fast. And I feel like I've been so busy since all of January. So busy that I have felt for the first time in a long time that there's not enough hours in the day to be a human, to be and do all the things that I'm required to do, and felt like I'm, just having a backlog of stuff. So, I don't know, maybe you're resonating with this too, maybe not. But it was a good reminder to me this week as it kind of reached a pinnacle, and I really felt the pinch, the crunch of it. The necessity to take space for self, the necessity to actually just pause. Am I putting enough pauses in my week to just be alone, be with me, to just not really do anything, or to rest, to nourish myself. I nourish myself in so many ways, and yet they are still social and not allowing me that actual time just to me, to myself. And I think that's really important. Something that's really coming into my radar, I've probably mentioned this already, is this sitting in stillness, sitting in silence, and being present. Came up actually last night. It came up with a beautiful share from a gorgeous woman in the community, and we were. It was Authentic Woman Circle last night, and we were talking about love and relationships. And in that, she was sharing how she has evolved, and how sitting in moments. She's reading a book. Can't remember what the book's called now. But it's How to Control Your Mind or something like that. And calling in angels and guides, and just actually being present in stillness without the distractions. Because we're in a world where there are so many distractions out there, aren't there? All the time pulling us in. We've got our phones, which are probably the biggest distraction for most of us. And yet, there are so many noises. There's noises everywhere. It was interesting. I tend to sort of, I live in my own worlds of spaces and places that I go to and people that I'm with, and I moved out of my regular world to go to take my daughter and a couple of friends swimming on Saturday, and just going into the leisure centre and sitting in the cafe in Market Harborough felt quite alien to me, because of the environment. They'd got a loud TV blaring out the news about some air crash and how many people had died, and just this way that it's delivered, so unlovingly and And that's kind of become normal to us as a culture, and it really isn't normal at all to have negativity blasted at you like that. So yeah, it felt quite alien. I don't listen to the news or watch the news generally by choice, and I just took that as amusement, really, of wow, yeah, this is what is being put out there into society, and so much fear being pumped out, and it's our job, isn't it, to actually see through that, to see the truth, because actually we really are. Humans are we are a loving race. We do care about each other. And if we actually have that in mind as we go about our day, just reframing things, instead of feeling like the world's against you and, there's all this violence and terrible things happening, people doing horrible things to each other. The majority, actually, that is the minority. The majority is very different. And, you can see that evidentially as you go about your day. Just simple little things like when you're driving around and somebody lets you out, and people are kind, they'll open a door for you, or they care if you drop something and do you need any help? People are loving and helpful. It is a natural human way, actually. So yeah, I just want to bring that because I think it's important for us to not forget and see through the illusions. So yeah, so our circle last night really brought us back to, whilst we did share about relationship and what's important, what our expectations might be, and all these sorts of things. Actually, what it comes down to ultimately is your relationship with yourself, and just checking in. How is my relationship with me? How am I evolving? How am I evolving? And this relationship with self is going to be representing, it's going to show itself in all your relationships. So actually, if you want to invite in better, healthier, more loving relationships, more harmonic perhaps, whatever you want for yourself, then we have to start with ourselves. We have to have a look at what gaps are we trying to fill through the external presence of another. What are we perhaps not bringing ourselves that we are then expecting another to bring us, and then feeling very disappointed or frustrated when they don't bring that to us, because actually it's not their responsibility, is it? It's yours, it's ours. So this is interesting to me, because having been in relationships, in a loving romantic relationship, if you like, partnership, whatever you want to call it, been in those sorts of connections ever since I was, can remember, like, I don't know, 15, 14, 15, one person after the next. And it's literally been like that back to back for me my whole life. I've never been single, ever, until now. And this space of not having the complication, the distraction, the need to show up for someone else, and what that would bring to me, the triggers it would bring to me of, these things that come up, these wounds that come up, these rejection wounds, these abandonment wounds, these jealousy wounds, insecurity, and all these sorts of things. To have some peace from that is new to me. And what I'm learning where I'm at, is to bring those aspects to myself. How can I comfort myself? How can I bring safety to myself? How can I reassure myself? How can I feel enough for me? How can I feel my worth? And this space in between relationship for me is bringing exponential growth. It's a whole new perspective for me, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for that person right now. And yeah, just resting in the recovery, resting in the healing, resting in this opportunity, this moment to be able to give to myself, to nourish myself, to choose me, to not have to compromise, to be, selfish, I guess, to choose myself. And yeah, it feels a really good place to be. My children are mostly grown up now as well, certainly the older two. And yeah, the youngest one making her way through her teenage years now. So, it's been a long time coming, but feeling like I can now. This is my time to grow into myself really well. But we were discussing last night how, those of us that are in relationship, that were present in the circle, are also able to find that nourishment of self and that exploration of relationship with self as well, whilst being with another. So it works both ways. There's so much to be learned in relationship because you're being shown mirrors and shown yourself all the time, aren't you? And even when you're not in a romantic connection, in a loving, romantic might confuse the meaning, but I mean like sexual relationship with someone, I guess, that kind of context, even when you're not in that, you are in relationship with friends and family. So, relationship is always present, and there's always others that are bringing us teachings and showing us what's there to light up within us, the shadows, what to show us our shadows, an opportunity to work through those aspects of self that we perhaps haven't loved, to bring love to those aspects of self, to bring love to those unloved parts of ourselves. Yeah, so it's interesting. And coming back to how, out there in society, it might seem that this world is absolutely crazy right now and doomed, broken. But let's remember, like I said at the start, let's remember that this is just projections of the media mostly. And in reality, what is out there as seemingly the real world, what is out there is I guess, how we talk about we create our own world and our own reality, and what we are emanating inside, and what we are expressing, what we are bringing is a reflection to the outside world of what's going on inside. So, if somebody's really mean to others, then that's because they're really mean to themselves. So it's a direct reflection of what's going on inside ourselves is what's going on outside of ourselves. Our world is a reflection of what's going on inside. So if we look at that collectively, and we're not happy with what we're seeing as a collective reflection of society, instead of placing blame on others and instead of seeking solution outside of ourselves, that should change, that system should change, and that's wrong, and that's not working, and actually, is that going to help at all? Is that going to, well, it will help because we're starting to think about change, but is it going to make a difference? Is it going to make a difference? Is it that the difference is inside, that if we can bring harmony and love and acceptance and really love ourselves unconditionally inside, then we are going to be bringing emanation, we're going to be bringing this love, this peace, this harmony to the outside world. So collectively, actually, it's just one heart at a time bringing healing and love to ourselves that will eventually create a whole new world. A whole new world. Thinking, is that Aladdin? It's one of the Disney, isn't it? I won't sing. I'm actually going to Singing Circle now. I'm not going anywhere because I'm at the hub and it is here. We're very blessed to have Rachel bringing a gorgeous song circle this morning. So I want to just bring a few moments to allow and invite you into stillness, to give yourself some space. I don't know if you can hear the bubbles of noise, people arriving for the song circle downstairs. I hear a little bit early, so yeah, I don't know if you can pick that up on the speaker or not, but that's what's happening if you can hear it. So just inviting you to settle in now for some meditation, some nourishment for yourself, inviting you to roll your shoulders, maybe adjust your neck, take some breaths. Breaths in, beginning to expand that in-breath, and exhaling out, releasing. And breathing in the love that you are, breathing in the love that you are, and exhaling all that you are not, all the untruths, all the distortions. Bringing in and breathing in beauty and love and peace and harmony, kindness and compassion. Breathing that all the way into your heart, through your lungs, reaching your heart. And breathing out any distortions, any untruths, anything that's not real. And just beginning to come into that space of remembering who you truly are, remembering you are love. The love that you are, this presence, this eternal, infinite, unbreakable being that is you, that is behind those eyelids, that is within, that is within. And that you are in this human bringing, allowing life to move through you, allowing stories to play out, as we are an extension of our ancestors who had stories that came before us, and we are still continuing to play those stories out, and those that are after us will continue to play those stories out. And remembering at the heart and the center is the true being of you, your eternal nature. So bringing in some angel love around you in this moment, bringing in, calling in, inviting Raphael, Archangel Raphael, to be with you. Inviting Archangel Michael to be with you. Archangel Gabriel to be with you. Archangel Uriel to be with you this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whenever you're tuning in. And these four angels holding space for you in the four directions of east, south, west, and north. And invoking the elements of air, fire, water, and earth Elements that create worlds within you and outside of you. Elements creating worlds. And let's now connect down into the heart of the earth. Just feeling this connection, just connecting into the center of the earth, just bringing your awareness to the center of the earth. And here we invite Archangel Sandalphon to hold the below space. We're imagining now a vortex of light coming up from the center of the earth all the way up through the earth and up through our being, traveling up through the top of our heads and out and up to the sun in the skies above us, and allowing ourselves to travel from our own sun to the center sun, the sun in the center of the universe, called the Great Central Sun. And just feeling this vortex of light, this column of light that you're sitting in, as we invite Archangel Metatron to be with us in the above space. And inviting these two contrasting energies of the earth and the sun, the central sun, to come into our being. And just grounding into ourselves, we're asking now to be grounded and centered within our own being. And coming into the heart, coming into the chambers of your own heart, to your physical heart, into your energetic heart. And breathing in and out of the heart for a few beats and a few moments, a few breaths. Beautiful heart light in and out. Breathing in acceptance. I accept myself exactly as I am. I accept myself for who I am exactly as I am. I have compassion for myself. I'm compassionate with myself. I bring compassion for those moments when I feel dissatisfied with myself, when I feel disappointed in myself, when I feel shame and blame. I bring compassion. I bring compassion. And this allows me to forgive myself. I forgive myself. I bring forgiveness to myself. Acceptance, compassion, forgiveness. And breathing in that unconditional love for self. I love myself unconditionally. I love myself unconditionally. Without condition. Not when I am this, or if I am that, just now, just as I am in my wholeness, in my messiness, in the parts of me that I don't like, in the parts of me that I feel shame and blame and guilt. I'm bringing love to those in this moment. I'm bringing love to myself in this moment. I am bringing compassion to those parts of myself that are unloved, that I've wanted to bury away and forget. I bring them to me now. I invite them in and I hold myself. I hug myself. I hug myself. I hold myself and I love myself. And just telling yourself, I love myself. I love me. I love me. I accept me. And in this, feeling the heart opening, just allowing your heart, maybe pull your shoulders back a little bit, just bringing your chest, inviting that chest to open. And feeling the expansiveness of your own heart, expanding out beyond the cavity of your chest, feeling your being, feeling beyond your being, out into the ethers and expanding your heart as wide and vast as you can throughout the whole universe, the expansiveness of the universe. Stretching to the farthest corners of the universe, to the edges of the edges, and just feeling the vastness of love that is in this universe, that is present. The love that creates worlds, the love that is eternal. And just bringing all that beautiful love, all that energy, all that heart energy back into yourself, back into your chest, back into your center. Love, 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 love. All there is love. Love is all there is. Love is all there is. Love is all around. Lots and lots and lots of love and joy and play. I'm just bringing you gently back. Just bringing you gently back. With so much love for yourself, acceptance, maybe a little smile upon your face, a smile for your body, a smile for your mind, a smile for your inner child, a smile for your spirit. Wiggling fingers, toes, or if you're feeling like you want to stay in some bliss for a bit longer. Maybe you want to stay. That's all good, taking this moment for yourself. I'm wishing you a very, very beautiful day. Wishing you a beautiful week. Remember to take time for yourself. Remember to nourish self with what you truly need. And ask yourself, what do I need today? What do I need today? What does my soul need today? Love and blessings. Love and blessings.